I'm here at Kapow Comic Convention with Jonathan Ross.
Hello.
Jonathan, what have you been doing here today?
Well, today I did a panel earlier on. We were talking about the new book I'm doing with Bryan Hitch, who's just left. You've just missed him, and also just comics generally, about my love of comics and the nature of comics. And we were talking to people about writing comics and that kind of stuff. Then I've just done a long signing, which was very long. Yesterday I was doing a bit of wrestling, but we've stopped that now because someone got hurt. We shouldn't laugh about it, but they'll be okay. But I defeated El Estupido in the ring yesterday because he was bad-mouthing the comic book community, and I won't stand for that.
So have you done a bit of luchando before? Have you been in a mix with the luchadores?
Well, I know these wrestler guys I know, so I've been to see them a lot of time, and I went down and did a little bit of training just so that I didn't break everything when I was in the ring. But I'm trying to get a show off the ground with them for Channel 4, so fingers crossed.
Oh, cool. I look forward to seeing that.
I love the wrestling.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the comic as well, because it's America's Got Powers, which I just love. I love it.
Well, it was a kind of, I came up with the idea because I was just watching TV and thinking if we had superheroes in the real world, they'd probably be on a reality show like that. And then we worked out that we could maybe use it to say something else, something different, something about the nature of fighting and the nature of conflict and the nature of violent entertainment, really. Maybe that sounds a bit grand. So we're kind of working on that now. Book 2's out. I've got one copy up. It's out in the shops next week, and then book 3, Bryan is drawing as we speak, and I'm writing book 4. So hopefully by the end of the summer, I'll have finished all of the 6 books, and he'll be nearly finished.
Is this kind of a dream for you? Because I know obviously you're a huge comic book fan, aren't you? To be actually writing comic books. It's
sort of a dream. Although really, when I was a kid, my dream was to draw them, and I'm not quite good enough. So, well, I say not quite. I'm not quite by a long way. But it is sort of a dream to be writing. It's great fun. It's just great fun to be part. I like being part of the community because I always have felt part of it. I mean, that's the nice thing about when you come to a convention, you all feel part of it. Whether you're there as a fan or as a professional. I'm kind of in the semi-pro range, I think, at the moment. But I feel very much part of it, and it's nice to be involved.
And what's it like been working with Bryan? Because obviously he's been an artist on so many huge titles, hasn't he?
It's great. I mean, I try not to think about the big titles. I don't want to kind of get nervous about it. But I mean, he's such a lovely guy to work with anyway. But also, he's a brilliant artist. And when the pages come back, and they're always so much better than you thought they would be, or so much better than you'd imagine them. And I've got a pretty good imagination, so it's a thrill.
So what can we expect now as the title continues?
Well, I just hope to finish it so it makes sense, basically, and I think it does. Book 3 I'm very pleased with, so's Bryan. And going forward, it's that kind of balancing that between keeping the overall story moving but making each issue exciting in its own way, hopefully. So it's kind of tough, but it's great fun. And after that, we're probably going to do another thing together. I'm working with Tommy Lee Edwards I did Turf with, and he's partway through another series I've written called Golden Age. He's finished book 1, and we're working on that. Will hopefully be out this year. And I'm working with David Lafuente, the Spanish artist, on something. And I'm also working with Jan Churchill on another book, which I wrote most of about a year ago. So I'm going to rewrite it, and we're going to hopefully kick that off early next year.
And a lot of the things that you're working on, obviously, what you're here for today is America's Got Powers. But a lot of the things you work on seem to have very kind of cinematic ideas behind them. The things I could really imagine as a TV series or a film or a video game. Is that something you'd like to explore?
Well, people are talking to us about various things, but you know what? I'd love to. I'm very happy to. But really, I'm doing this because I like comics. That's it, and it's like I'm not someone who's writing and thinking, I'm going to write this as a comic and hope it gets made into a film. If someone make it a film, sure, it'd be lovely, but it's not a big deal. It's not what we're looking to do. I think comics should be valued for themselves, and that's why we're doing it. I love reading comics, and I'm very lucky to be able to write them at the moment. I love doing that. So it's an end in itself.
And if you were, there's a cosplay contest here today, isn't it? If you had to dress up in one costume until the end of time, what would it be?
Till the end of time?
Yes, only one costume you can have. You have to make a decision.
Okay, I'm going to be a new character called Pajama and Cashmere Robe Man. Okay, it's very comfortable. It's not too formal. It's very forgiving. That's my outfit.
And what would his powers be?
His powers would be to lounge.
I love it. Excellent. Is there going to be a comic book of that, I think?
I very much doubt it.
Thanks, Jonathan. It's been great to speak to you.
See you guys.
Thank you.